I'm here to talk to you today about beauty standards. What is a standard that you have to live up to in your life? Maybe it's living up to your parents' standard, or maybe a societal stereotype, or maybe it's the clothes you wear, or maybe it is trying to make your body physically acceptable for society. According to a study conducted by the Girl Scouts of the USA, out of the 1,000 girls that were studied, 88% of them say that they feel pressure is put on them by the media to be thin. 75% say that the fashion industry is a major part of their lives, and 65% say that the main body type reflected in the fashion industry is too skinny. 48% say that they wish that they looked as skinny as the models that they so much love. And 41% say that the fashion looks better on skinny women than it does on thicker women. So how many of the people in here today can say that they struggle with body image? Because I know that I have. Today I would like to inform you of the negative image that society tries to make you think that you have to live up to, and how it's right at our fingertips. So firstly, let's talk about some ways in which our culture today has us perceive ourselves in a terrible way. According to an article published through Springer Link about a study conducted on anorexia, bulimia, and obesity, fashion models, unsurprisingly, often struggle with eating disorders. Models are usually seen to be underweight and have a remarkably low body mass BMI, which is a body mass index found by their height and their weight. There have only been seven articles, including the one I'm referencing now, published about this issue from 1980 to 2015, which is really surprising to me. Studies conducted show that models have a higher widespread presence of partial syndrome eating disorders than those who aren't models, and according to the Journal of Youth and Adolescence, there is no predictions of the connection between television and or social media with the link of eating disorders. However, the link is that there is no life satisfaction found in watching either of them. Peer competition was very prominent throughout these studies, and basically indirectly linked having a negative body image of yourself to social media through comparing yourself to other people and your peers. So 237 people were tested, and they say that social media causes them to have a negative body image. There is also living up to a gender stereotype. This has always been an issue, and according to another article by the Journal of Youth and Adolescence, younger people believe that they have a standard to uphold, and that boys feel that they have to be bigger, and females feel that they have to be younger. Young girls and women are at a higher risk for developing eating disorders, and men's behavior and high-risk attitudes are said to be linked to not having parental support and demanding pressure of our society for them to be seen as muscular. As mentioned before, both men and women can have negative body images. Mass media is linked to the image of the ideal body type being seen as thin in women. 77 studies were conducted which had the right size being small to moderately built. That was according to the American Psychological Association. Men have similar issues. According to the Men and Body Image, are males satisfied with their body weight? 9 out of 10 people that have an eating disorder are women. However, there has not been very much research in the male side of things. The male culture is putting more pressure on men to be muscular, which may increase the risk of eating disorders in other forms, such as excessive dieting and working out too much. 41% of men say they're not satisfied with their weight, and 44% say they feel overweight or fat. The results of too much dieting and too much exercise can be the same result as a woman who has anorexia. Wrestlers and swimmers are a perfect example of this because 70% of college age believe themselves not muscular to live up to society, and wrestlers and swimmers have to maintain a certain body weight for them to be able to compete. 40% of all 18-year-old girls say they're on a diet, and 59.4% of them say that they have been on a low-calorie diet within the last month. But however, society is getting better because Barbie has just released a new project called Project Dawn, in which they hope to continue making new dolls with changes such as skin tones, hair textures, and body shapes. The goal is to have them look exactly like their little owners. The Journal of Developmental Psychology published a 2006 study that found that girls who played with Barbie dolls as children were more likely to develop negative body images of themselves and more concerned with being skinny than those who played with other dolls such as brats. Barbie has new versions of herself, including petite, curvy, and tall. Celebrities have also started making a stand about this issue. Kim Kardashian, Beyonce, and Lizzo come to mind. Chrissy Teigen shared about her body looking a little bit different after having several kids and how she was proud of who she was. Rihanna recently released a wide variety of foundation shades and also a new lingerie line that features sizes from extra small to 3X, which she showed off at the Savage and Fenty show at the New York Fashion Week, where she features models of all body types, including 2 pregnant women, which is unheard of in the fashion industry. Demi Lovato can be quoted as saying, "I was on Instagram and I started comparing myself to these Instagram models, and I just thought to myself, someone needs to show my fans and anybody that's looking at my account that what you see isn't always what's real." Selena Gomez just had a kidney transplant recently, and a hater on social media commented that she looked a little bit thicker or a little bit heavier than normal. And she can be quoted as saying, "The beauty myth and obsession with physical perfection that traps modern women in an endless cycle of hopelessness, self-consciousness, and self-hatred. As she tries to fulfill society's impossible definition of flawless beauty, I choose to take care of myself because I want to, not to prove anything to anyone." So basically, in conclusion, it's very obvious that we have a problem. Society wants you to be thin. Society wants you to think of yourself negatively, to be like everybody else. But the truth you are who God created you to be. Therefore, you don't need to think differently about yourselves and what society is trying to tell you to be. Let's be confident in who God made us to be and love ourselves, and then maybe society can learn to love us too. Thank you.